Hi, this is Trey Passer, and this is my video entry to the Swedish Critics 200 subscribers contest. First of all, I'm going to say congrats on the 200 subs, and thank you a lot for having this contest. I love when people give back to the YouTube community, and you have 3 great prizes that you're giving away. Let me reveal those. Third prize is Chronicle, the movie, which I recently bought, which is a great movie, the extended edition. Okay, and then the second prize is choices of 3 steelbooks, Toy Story 1, 2, or 3. I guess the second place prize, you can pick which one you want. It's the German steelbook editions, which are region free. And then the first place prize is a great prize, the Game of Thrones, the first season on Blu-ray, which is a fantastic. I love Game of Thrones too myself. It's one of my favorite shows, and the second season just ended here in the States. So I can't wait till that comes out. And those are 3 great prizes. And again, thank you again for having this contest and giving back. Like I said, I love when people do that. And so you asked 3 questions. First of all, you have to be subscribed to your channel, of course. And you said, I think, at least 3 minutes for the video response. Okay, and you asked 3 good questions. I think the first question is, what's your favorite Disney Pixar movie? The second question is, what's your favorite villain of all time? And then the third movie is, what's your favorite television show of all time? Okay, I'm going to save the villain one for the last. Okay, but my favorite Disney Pixar movie, my favorite one would have to be The Incredibles. I absolutely love this movie by Brad Bird, who recently directed the Mission Impossible 4 movie. But this is absolutely fantastic about a team of superheroes. Everything about this is fantastic. The art, the direction, the voice work in this, just everything about this. This is like what the Fantastic Four movie should be like. Basically, about a team of 4 superheroes, and well, 5 technically if you count Jack there. But this movie, everything about it is just fantastic. Like I said, the animation, Pixar, you know, with Pixar, you get the first-class animation, and the story is great about superheroes, retired superheroes, and the villain is great in this, and just the voice work and everything. And I'm praying that they make a sequel to this, because this movie is just absolutely fantastic. But I understand that the guy, you know, Brad Bird's waiting for the perfect idea to do it. Okay, because this movie is just a classic. And it's one of the. I have this movie. I saw this movie in the theaters. I have it on my iPod. It's just a fantastic movie. This is my favorite Disney Pixar movie, definitely. Okay, now I'm going to save the villain one for last. But so I'm going to go. You said what's your favorite. The third question is, what's your favorite TV show? And that's kind of complicated for me, because the first, if you would have asked me that a few years ago, I would have told you definitely Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This was just a great mix of comedy, drama, and horror. Just perfect show. Joss Whedon created one of the perfect shows. It had everything you could ever want with it. And Sarah Michelle Gellar was perfect as Buffy, and the supporting cast was absolutely great. And I definitely would have picked this. This lasted 7 seasons, I believe, and I definitely would have picked this as my favorite show of all time. But then something else came along during the run of this show. So actually, a spinoff of this TV show, which would be Angel. Angel, I absolutely love. This lasted only 5 seasons, but this show to me was superior to Buffy, because this David Boreanaz was Angel, and this show was great about he moved to Los Angeles. He was a vampire with a soul, okay, and he basically helped people. He lived in a hotel, and he had certain associates that worked with him. And the stories, this was a lot darker than, which is saying something when you consider Buffy was pretty dark at times, but Angel was absolutely dark and just so well written and acted. This show to me was just so, and it only lasted 5 seasons. It should have lasted 10 easy, because it was on the WB, so you know they canceled it because of the ratings. But this show was so superior to me. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. But then again, something came along to surpass this for me. That came along after this came out, and my current favorite television show is Fringe. Okay, this is on its 4th. It just ended its 4th season, and it's coming back for its the final 5th season. I think they already announced it, and I think they're only going to have like 12 episodes or something. So hold on for a minute. Sorry for the interruption. That's my sister calling. Sorry about that. But my favorite current television show is Fringe, and again, like I said, this is on its It just ended its 4th season, and the 5th season is getting ready to start. It's going to start, I guess, at the end of this year, and they already announced it's the last season. It's going to be, I think, only about 15 episodes or so, or 12 maybe, I think, something like that. But anyway, this is my favorite show of all time. It's basically about 3 people: Walter Bishop. Well, you can't see, that's because of the lenticular cover. But back here you can see Walter Bishop, Peter Bishop, and Olivia Dunham. It's basically a show about Walter Bishop. He used to be a scientist who experimented in fringe science, or they call it weird science. All these, they allowed him. He worked out of Harvard in Boston, and him and his partner William Bell experimented, did all these weird experiments on kids and all these wacky theories. And he had a son called Peter Bishop, and Olivia Dunham is part of it. Now, to get into the show, basically, if I get into it, it'll get complicated if I explain all but what makes this show great is the chemistry between these 3 people, between Walter Bishop, his son Peter Bishop, and FBI agent Olivia Dunham. They investigate all these fringe cases, all these weird, sort of like X-Files in a way, but with more of a science twist to it. And you have alternate worlds. You have doppelgangers. You have Leonard Nimoy as William Bell. And this show is just absolutely fantastic and out of this world. You have time travel. You have observers. This show just has everything in it. This show just, it has to be seen. But the heart of the show, like I said, is the 3 people here and their relationship with each other. So this is my all-time favorite TV shows. Okay? So, and now the question you asked is, what's your favorite villain, movie villain of all time? And for me, that's an easy one. Okay? It's this guy right here. Okay. Definitely Star Wars, Darth Vader. How could you not pick Darth Vader? Before then, George Lucas ruined his franchise by making those horrible prequels to the original Star Wars. Darth Vader was the man. Okay, he was the ultimate villain, and I remember going to see it in the theaters when he first. I went to the Loews Astor Plaza in Broadway, in Manhattan, to see it on the big screen, and I remember the first appearance of Darth Vader. You see the ship is about to be boarded, and you don't even see him at first. You see excuse me, I can't remember the names. They see the stormtroopers. They're firing at the separatists, and then you see a big explosion, and then you see Darth Vader come storming through, and it's just his whole presence from the moment he squeezed his hand and made the guy start choking, and just his whole presence, and the voice by James Earl Jones was just absolutely fantastic. It was perfect for the character, and just everything about his line readings was just great. Especially Empire Strikes Back, when he tells Lando Calrissian, "Pray that I don't alter it further," and then when he tells Luke that he's his father, and he said the Emperor, and Luke is going, "No," he says, "Yes, the Emperor has seen your power. He has foreseen this." He said, "Join me. Let's end this conflict, and we can rule the galaxy as father and son." And it's just everything about Darth Vader was just so badass. And like I said, The Empire Strikes Back is the movie where he just, after the events of Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back is his moment to shine. That's a movie where he just absolutely just takes over and just kicks ass, gets revenge. Just grabs Han Solo, seemingly triumphant, and he takes off. Luke Skywalker gets away, of course, but that's only temporarily. But Darth Vader finally gets his revenge. Like I said, and the title was perfect for it. The Empire Strikes Back. And Darth Vader was the man. Okay? Darth Vader is the man. So that's my contest entry to your contest, Swedish Critic. And I'll leave a link to your channel down below. And please sub to his channel. He's a great guy. And thank you again, Swedish Critic, for having this contest and giving these movies back. Giving these movies out and having this contest. And this is Trey Pastor saying so long and take care.